What starts with the letter C? Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C.
How about crap or crumble? Yo, what up, everyone? Your boy Debo with Debo's Picks. Let's recap yesterday's picks real quick, starting off with Carlos Cookie Carrasco. We had a strikeout prop going over 5.5. Some of you might have gotten it at 4.5. Some of you might have gotten it at 5 because I got bumped back up again. But regardless, he didn't make it happen. I watched the game in its entirety. As you guys know, I'm a Mets fan. He came out in the first inning, high pitch count, didn't have great control, no command, went deep into the count. It seemed on every batter. So his pitch count was really high in the first inning. However, he came out with a strikeout. So I was like, all right, bet. He'll come on the second inning, clean his act up. Not the case. Another high pitch count inning, and he also got touched up in the process. Then the third inning, same deal. Relatively high pitch count. Came out with a strikeout. So I was like, all right, he's got two, but his pitch count is really up there. Then it came out in the fourth inning, his best inning by far, 1-2-3 inning. Two of those outs were strikeouts. So I was like, all right, maybe they'll bring him out for the fifth inning. They didn't. They finished him with 4 innings, 90 pitches, 4 strikeouts. So he fell short, unfortunately. And I, not going to lie to you guys, I kind of thought about it because he had 11 strikeouts in his previous start. So maybe he was due for a letdown game. But, you know, I don't know. His line dropped to 4.5. And I was like, all right, wait a minute. Why would it drop from 5.5 to 4.5? He's a pretty good strikeout pitcher going up against a team that's inside the top 10. Might even be inside the top 5 against right-handed pitchers and striking out. And it just didn't make sense to me. Then he got bumped up to 5. I'm like, all right, bet maybe someone just put a lot of money in on the under just to mess with the line. I don't know. But regardless, it was odd. But I guess maybe that's what they thought as well, especially when the Brewers faced Max Scherzer the night before. And when you go from facing a pitcher of his caliber to Cookie Carrasco, who's not a pushover by any means, but he's not a Max Scherzer. You know, maybe it seems like the pitches are a lot easier to see and hit. So maybe that factored in, but it was hard to pass on that, especially when we've been riding Carrasco and he's been showing up for us pretty much every time we threw him in. But it happened, and he just didn't show up. And then we linked him up with Brayan Bello going over his strikeout prop of 5. He ended up pushing, and that was that. He's got a short leash with the Red Sox, but I figured he can get to 6 strikeouts relatively quickly. But he did. He got his strikeouts there pretty quick. But again, short leash. So that was that. Then I gave out a 3-player deal consisting of Carlos Cookie Carrasco going over strikeout prop of 5.5. Luis Castillo going over his fan score of 41.5. And Charlie Morton going over his fan score of 39.5. Charlie Morton did his thing. He came through. Obviously, Luis Castillo got smacked around in Oakland. And he didn't even last that long. He got pulled pretty quick. And, of course, Cookie Carrasco, who crumbled, pun intended. So that was that. And then I gave out a 5-player deal consisting of Brayan Bello going over his strikeout prop of 5. He pushed, as I mentioned. Pablo Lopez going over his strikeout prop of 5.5. He hit the over and finished with 6. That was great. Carlos Cookie Carrasco, no deal. Charlie Morton did his thing over his fantasy score. And, of course, Luis Castillo got shellacked out in Oakland. But, listen, you guys already know these things happen. All we got to do is forget about it and move on. And please bet within your means. With that said, let's dive into today's pick, starting off with Lance McCullers Jr. I got him going over his strikeout prop of 5. I love this bet. Going up against Tampa Bay Rays. Listen, the Tampa Bay Rays are inside the top 10. Might even be in top 5 against right-handed pitchers and striking out. And McCullers got some good stuff. And he's pitching in a pitcher-friendly ballpark. So I love the strikeout prop, and I expect it to get bumped up eventually. So jump on it right now. It's set at 5. And I'm going to go Robbie Ray going over his fan score 40.5. Sorry. You gotta think about it. Oakland touched up an ace in Luis Castillo last night. It's hard to believe they're going to do that again against Robbie Ray. And Robbie Ray's had good history against Oakland this year. He's averaging roughly, I would say, over actually this fan score, maybe 42, 43 out of the 3 starts. So I love this spot for him too. So those are my 2 picks for today, guys. Really slim pickings. A lot of other people didn't. I saw Gossman maybe. If it was at 5.5, I would take Gossman. It got bumped up to 6. Luis Severino, same deal. I would have took it at 4.5, but it got bumped to 5. But I just didn't find anything intriguing. If y'all want to jump on that Judge train, I don't blame you. You guys has been hitting home runs like every damn day, it seems like. So if y'all want to do that and do a 3-player deal, by all means. But I'm just going to stick to these 2 guys for today. So that's it, fellas. Best of luck. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.